Coming up, spinning balloons that'll turn you dizzy with success.
A spoon that tolls like a bell.
A trick that'll keep your friends stuck on a chair.
And an applause machine that'll have them begging for more.
Can't wait to learn the secret of Giovanni's applause machine.
All in good time, Taryn. And speaking of time, Kimberly's about to come up with the most amazing clock you've ever seen.
What a huge area to sweep! Nicole, Marcus and I have been doing this forever. But Mum says we can take a rest break only once every 10 minutes. One more minute, then we can put down our brooms. Oh no! It stopped working! We'll have to use Nicole's to time our breaks. Trouble is, she has to go home soon. What are we gonna do? I know! Why don't we make our own clock? Come on, guys! Fraser's birthday party guest will be here any minute now. But we keep playing with the balloons. Cool! They're flying all over the place. Whoa! They're out of control. Hey! What if we can control the way they move? We can use our party drinking straws. We just need to make them shorter. So we'll snip a little bit off the long end. Now we take a balloon and stick the straw in. Now a rubber band. And we'll stretch it around the neck of the balloon until it's really tight. There. Fraser's turn. Perfect. No air can escape. Now, let's get these balloons blown up. The bigger we get them, the better. Done. Now let's give them a spin. Let it go, and... Wow! Now Fraser's. Oh, they've run out of puff. Hey, let's make them spin in opposite directions. Turn the bendy bit to the other side. That should make it spin in the opposite direction. Brilliant!
As air leaves the balloon's nozzle at high speed, it pushes against the outside air. That moves the balloon forwards. The angle of the bendy bit controls the direction in which the balloon spins. Aeroplanes also steer by controlling air movement. But they move flaps in their wings and tail, pushing the air in different directions. That's how aeroplanes steer.
These balloons are going to be a super cool party trick. But we better stop this soon. Oh, Fraser's guests will be here before we're ready.
Yep, you better hurry, guys. The party girls will be there any tick of the clock. Oh, which reminds me, I wonder how Kimberly's clock ideas are ticking along.
Nicole has to go home soon. But before she does, we're going to make a clock to tell us when to take a break. So let's put our heads together and think of a way to make a clock. That dripping tap gives me an idea. We can make a water clock. Marcus, you find a long piece of cardboard. We'll need a water jug and a load of paper cups. We'll also need thumbtacks and a glass jar, and scissors, tape and a ruler. This is how I think it will work. Our long piece of cardboard will support our clock. We'll line up our cups down the cardboard, just like this. We'll pour the water in at the top, and it will drip down the cups and into the jar at the bottom. That's the plan. So first, we put thumbtack-sized holes in all of our cups. Now we stick them to the cardboard. Marcus, you stick in a thumbtack. And we'll space the cups evenly down the cardboard. Great. And there we are. 5 cups in a row. And the water will drip down here and into the jar.
Now to make a clock face for our water timer. I'll fold up another piece of paper, cut it to size, and tape it to the jar. There we are. Now we have to work out how long it will take for the water to drip down. We can use Nicole's stopwatch before she goes home. Pour in the water and go. Yay! It's dripping! Now we'll wait and see how much water drips into the jar in 5 minutes.
Yum! I've got to have it. And I think I know how to trick Billy into parting with his mouth-watering mousse. I'll just grab a spoon and a piece of string. All I have to do is promise him I can make this spoon sound like a huge clanging bell. In exchange for the mousse, of course. Please. Good. The mousse is all but in my mouth. All I have to do is loop the string around the spoon and show Billy how to dangle the string from his ears. Time for the bells to toll. Excellent. He's holding the string close to his ears and gently swinging the spoon against the table. Yep, in Billy's ears, that's going to sound like the chimes of Big Ben.
When the spoon hits the table, molecules in the spoon vibrate, making a dinging sound. The spoon's vibrations in turn make the string vibrate. But because the string's molecules aren't as tightly packed as the metal spoons, the dinging sound is changed into a deeper donging sound that travels up the string and straight into Billy's ears.
Hey! My bell trick must sound more impressive than I thought. I think I'll have a go. Hey, it really does work. Wow! Sounds just like big bells. Hey, what the? Only one miserable spoonful left. My trick backfired on me. That's as clear as a bell.
Poor Jade. I think she was just a little too tricky that time.
Speaking of tricks, time to catch up with the master of trickery himself, Jordan.
For the ultimate chair challenge, you need a chair and a volunteer. Meet Nicole. All she has to do is sit up nice and straight in the chair. Nicole's challenge is to stand up against the force of my tiny little finger on her forehead. The only no-nos are she can't move her hands and she can't bend her back. Let the challenge begin. See? No matter how hard she tries, Nicole is pinned to the chair by my little pointer.
Nicole is trapped by her body's centre of gravity. She can only move if she's able to shift her centre of gravity forward. When her centre of gravity moves closer to her legs, she can lift herself up. But poor Nicole will stay stuck fast to that chair as long as Jordan's finger stops her moving forwards.
Cool challenge, eh? Now she can't get up because she's too exhausted. Carrie-Anne wants to be a famous dancer. She craves the sound of everybody cheering for her. That's not a roar of applause. This crowd will never roar. How can I make her think a huge crowd of people is cheering and clapping? I know. I'll need an old jewellery box, a candle and a piece of thread. Good. The box has a nice thin lid. Now a small hole in the middle and poke the thread through the hole. I'll pull the thread over the candle. This will coat it in wax. Now pull the thread slowly through the hole and it sounds like a huge crowd of people clapping to make Carrie-Anne happy.
Giovanni's clever applause machine works because the wax on the thread rubs against the thin sides of the box when the thread is pulled through the hole. This makes the box vibrate, and it makes a sound just like an audience clapping.
Oh no! Carrie-Anne loves the applause. I'm going to have to do this every time she performs.
So that's how Giovanni's applause machine works. Would you like a quick round of applause, Dana?
I think it's Kimberly's water clock that deserves the applause.
Our new water clock is keeping perfect time. Water's dripping through the cups like clockwork. Nicole is about to go home, but her stopwatch is nearly at 5 minutes. 57, 58, 59, 5 minutes. I'll mark how much water went into the jar in 5 minutes. Then I'll mark the same distance all the way up, and that means that each line means 5 minutes. Phew, just in time. Nicole has to go, but now we've got a working water clock. So let's take it outside and put it on the garden seat. Now Marcus will start our clock. And it's dripping nicely. Yep, just like a ticking clock.
Because the water drips through the cups at a nearly constant rate, it's a reliable way to tell the time. But the more constant the water pressure, the more accurate a water clock will be. People have used water to tell the time for thousands of years. Water clocks like these were used by ancient Greek and Roman civilizations, long before electric clocks were invented.
Boy, this sweeping is hard work. It makes you hot and thirsty. Thank goodness there's only a few more drops. Yay! 10 minutes are up. Time for a rest break. Don't touch that! Hey! Now how will we time our rest breaks?
Time's up for that water clock, I think.
Time's up for us too, Taryn, because we've come to the end of another show.
See you next time.
Coming up, how to make snow disappear before your eyes.
Finding earwax inside your friend's ears.
How to blow a coin into a cup.
And a jet boat that'll blow you out of the water.
Can't wait to see how those cute little boats are going to turn into jet-powered racers.
Me either. But first, poor old Patrick's been sent to his room, and he's not a happy chappy.
I can't believe it. I've been grounded. But Tammy's outside and wants to tell me something. Something top secret. I can't shout or Mum will hear me. Tammy, can you hear me? What's the secret? It's no good. He can't hear me. How can I get his secret message without anybody else hearing? I know. I'll get Tammy to write it down and throw the paper up to me. That's it. Now send it up. Oh no, it's not heavy enough. He'll never get that piece of paper up here. What we need is some kind of secret spy telephone. There's bound to be something in my trusty junk box. I think I've got an idea.
After an exhausting game of football, Larissa and I deserve a nice cold drink. Oh no! There's only one can left. I suppose we could share it. But I think it would be more fun if we played for it. You up for it, Larissa? Okay. My house, my rules. Your challenge, if you choose to accept it, is to get this coin into the glass without touching it. Think you can do it? She's never gonna blow it into the cup like that. She has no idea how to do it. That delicious can of drink is as good as mine. You give up? Okay, let the king of the coin trick show you how it's done. It's easy when you know how. Time for me to enjoy a nice cold drink.
Larissa would never have been able to blow the coin through such a small gap. The secret is to blow quickly through the gap into the glass. The trapped air inside increases the air pressure and lifts the card. That tips the coin into the glass.
Okay, I got the coin in the cup without touching it, but I'll give Larissa a second chance. If she can get the drink from this can into that glass without touching the drink, we'll share it. Darn, it's so obvious. Cheers.
Great thinking, guys. I reckon those two are just as clever as each other.
Yep. And I think Patrick is about to get up to something pretty clever too.
I think everything I need to make a spy telephone is right here in my trusty junk box. Let's see. Little lamp? No. 2 plastic cups? Yes. Crazy hippo? Not this time, Crazy. A chainsaw? I don't think so. A long piece of string? Perfect. And the last thing I need is a couple of paper clips. Gotcha! First, I put a small hole in the bottom of each cup. Then I thread each end of the string through a hole and tie it to a paper clip. Now I give it a pull, and the paper clips are flat to the bottom of each cup. That should do it. I may be grounded, but Mum can't stop me talking to Tammy now. If he takes that end and puts it to his ear, he should be able to hear me. Patrick to Tammy. Can you hear me? I wonder why it isn't working. I've just got to figure this out.
It's supposed to be the day of our big sailing boat race across the pool. There's just one problem. No wind. Not even a breath. This is not a good day for sailing. What we need is some boats that are powered by something other than wind. I've got it! Come on, Captain Billy. I know how to make a jet boat. We'll each need a baking dish, some vinegar, bicarbonate of soda, a straw, a funnel, and a small drink bottle. First, we make the baking dish into a speedy racing boat shape. Now for the engine. We need 2 holes in each bottle. Thanks, Mum. 1 on top for the funnel and 1 on the side for the straw. Okay, Billy, put the straw through the hole in the side of your bottle and leave a long section hanging out. Now glue it in place. Then stick the funnel into the hole on the other side of the bottle. Next, make a hole in the back of the tin foil tray. Sit the bottle in the tray with the straw poking out through the hole in the back. Now make the hole watertight with glue. Pour 1 tablespoon of bicarbonate of soda into the bottle. And the jet boats are fueled up and ready to race. Bring the vinegar, Billy, and let's go racing.
I can't wait to hear those jet boats rev up.
Don't forget, they're powered by kitchen chemicals. You mightn't hear a thing. Come to think of it, that's exactly what Daniel's hearing. Nothing.
This is Daniel. Look at him. He's in a world of his own. His mum says he's got wax in his ears because he never seems to hear when she calls him. Poor Daniel. How does the wax get in there? Maybe he's been putting candles in his ears. No, I don't think he's that silly. Let's have a look in there. I can't see a thing. It's too dark. I need some more light. This torch should do it. This won't hurt a bit. I can't shine it down his ear properly. I think we need a more direct source of light, like the doctor uses. I know how to do it. I'll need the torch, scissors, a small plastic bottle, a marker pen, some tape, and Daniel's waxy ear hole. Cut the top third of the bottle off. We need it to fit over the top of the torch. Now we colour the inside of the bottle with a marker pen and tape it to the top of the torch. The black bottle creates a narrower beam of light that will let me see straight down Daniel's ear canal. Okay, Daniel, it's time to see if your mum is right about your waxy ears. Yuck! I can see it now. Haven't you ever cleaned your ears?
The outer ear canal has wax-making glands. Earwax traps unwanted dirt from the outside world and prevents it from entering the inner ear and causing infection. If you don't clean your ears properly, the wax can build up over time.
Ew, that's disgusting. And I always thought Daniel had nothing between his ears at all.
Our great sailing race across the pool had to be cancelled. There wasn't any wind. But the race must go on. So Billy and I had built a pair of racing jet boats. There's a tablespoon of bicarbonate of soda on board each boat. We each need 1/3 of a cup of vinegar ready to pour into the funnel. Racers, start your engines. Jet boats, go! Forget about sailing boats. Jet boats are where the action is. Come on! You can do it! Keep moving! Faster! Faster!
When baking soda combines with vinegar, it produces carbon dioxide gas. As the pressure of the gas builds up in the bottle, it's forced out through the narrow drinking straw. The carbon dioxide encounters resistance when it meets the water. This creates a force that propels the boat forward through the water.
Go, little jet boat, go! Don't let Billy beat us. Billy's boat is taking the lead. Come on, get a move on. Do it for the girls. Come on, come on. Hey, this was my idea. Billy wasn't meant to win.
Well done, Billy. A clean sweep to the boys in the jet boat race.
Speaking of clean sweeps, I believe Herman's about to work out a whole new way of sweeping snow off his back steps.
We had another heavy snowfall last night. Dad wants me to clear the snow off the back steps. Then to stop ice from forming and making them slippery, he said to spread the salt all over them. But I don't understand what the salt does. Why does it stop ice from forming? This is just ordinary table salt. I'm gonna find out more about salt and ice. I'll just fill these 2 plastic cups with water. I'll add a big scoop of salt to one of them and stir it in so it dissolves. There. Time for you 2 cups to spend some time in the freezer. I wonder if I'll see any difference after 2 hours. Okay, time's up. Out they come. Let's have a look. Uh-huh. The one without salt is already frozen. The one with salt in it is still water. So the salt really does stop water from freezing.
When Herman added salt, he introduced dissolved foreign particles. They lower the temperature at which water turns to ice. The greater the amount of salt, the lower the freezing point of the water. So salt really does help prevent ice from forming on Herman's back steps.
Hey, I'm gonna carry a packet of salt everywhere I go. That way I'll never slip over on the ice. He should carry some salt with him too.
I'm stuck in my bedroom and I need to talk to Tammy without anyone hearing us. I've made a spy telephone, but it doesn't seem to be working. Maybe it's because the string is so loose. I know. He's got to move back until the string is tight. Can you hear me now? Great. Now about that secret message. Uh-huh. No way.
When Tammy talks into the cup, sound waves produced by his voice make the bottom of the cup vibrate. These vibrations then travel along the string to the other cup and make the bottom of the second cup vibrate in the same way. That means Patrick can hear Tammy's voice. The string has to be tight, otherwise the vibrations can't travel from one cup to the other.
And it's completely foolproof. Oh well, almost.
Oops, that's the end of that conversation, I suspect.
And it's the end of ours too, Dana, because we've come to the end of another show.
See you next time.